Welcome to International English Guru, where dreams come true. Well, PTE is changing from 16th of November. It's official, it's real. And we need to know what all is changing and how it is going to impact you. Let's find out together. All right, so it's happening from 16th of November, and I will make an attempt to bring every important information to you. Take screenshots wherever you want to, or you can, note down. That's all fine. So in altogether, there are 5 major changes which are taking place. What are they? The first one is the duration of the test. The second one is the score report, which you get. The third one is the practice material that is available to you. And yes, this one is important. The marking algorithm is going to change. And PT's also introduced an at-home English test, which is not much of a worry at all. Now, moving on, the duration. So till now, students were allowed 3 hours time for an exam. And before we move further, look, this is going to happen from 16th of November. So you've got still 8.5 to 9 weeks with the old system, right? And we need to make the best of that time. So right now, focusing back on what we were talking about, 3 hours was a time used, which has now gone down to only 2 hours. What does it mean? It means lesser time in the exam. Yes, I mean, you'll be able to finish it faster. Less stress. Yes, probably, but there's more to it. Now, what exactly has changed is the maximum change has taken place in the speaking module. So describe image question. They've been cut down by half. So from 6 to 3, 7 to 4. So it's cut down to half. Retell lecture, cut down to half. Answer short questions, cut down to half. So this is what, so the questions are not removed, new questions are not added, but they've been cut down to half. Now, in writing module, what has happened, your summarized written text question definitely reduced by 1. So if you were to get 3, now you'd get 2. If you were to get 2, now you'll get 1. So depending on the kind of question paper that comes to you, you are going to miss out on one of the important summarized written test questions, which contributes to your reading as well. Essay, all the same. Timings, timings, of course, would be reduced as well, but we've got a separate information on timings, and we'll look into that. Changes in the reading module. So no change at all in reading and writing. So here we've got 5 to 6, here again 2 to 3. So no change, no change, no change. The only change is taking place in our MCQ multiple answers and MCQ single answers, reduced by 1. So 1 less question for sure. That is both good and bad, and we are not looking into that bit at the moment though. But nothing more, this is it. So only your MCQs reduced by 1. Now, changes in listening module, quite a lot of changes. Your summarized spoken text reduced. Your multiple answers have gone down again by 1. Highlight correct summary definitely gone down by 1. MCQ single answers reduced. Your select missing word gone down by 1. Now, in total, questions have reduced from 17 to 12, 22 to 20, and your time has considerably gone down as well. So this is quite something. Anyway, but this is what it is, and we are not worrying about how it's going to impact you right now. We're just going to look into what has happened, what is going to happen. PD time format. So here, your personal introduction, no worries here, nothing has changed. Your speaking time has reduced from 77 to 54, reading from 32 to 29. There wouldn't be any break now, but then, you never need a break, right? Because it's a 2-hour test. In 2-hour test, I don't think any student should worry about a break, because it does break your concentration as well. So it's best that you don't worry about any breaks and sit the test at a stretch. And I like that bit personally. Now, listening, it has again gone down considerably, 54 to 30 minutes. So you have to be. So till now, students were anyway struggling with the listening module. They were not able to finish their questions right from dictation, and it's gone down. We'll see what happens here. Now, moving further, the changed scorecard. So it's a beautiful scorecard, and I think it's going to inspire any students. So this is of 𝗫𝗫𝗁. She's from Melbourne, and she did a 2-week course with us. She's got 90, and she's got 90 in every single module. And when did she sit it? Yeah, 5th of September, so a few days back. Now, in this scorecard, like you can see, we've got enabling skills. We can see how did she perform in her spelling, in her written discourse and other things. This particular section will be scraped off. You would be able to see only this bit of it, right? So that's going to be a big change again. Probably for good, because what is being promised is that instead we are going to get a personalized skill profile, which means every student would be getting a personalized feedback from PTE, along with the suggestions for improvement. Now, it's been promised as a good thing, but we'll soon know whether it's really as good as the previous scorecard where we had such a perfect breakdown or not. Because this is what I really liked over IELTS. In IELTS, we don't have such a nice breakdown, but there's a promise that, there would be a personalized skill profile, and there would be feedback, there would be suggestions. So hopefully it's as good as it's being told. All right, here, there's a question, and a lot of students ask us this question about International English Guru. So I quickly cover that. What is a customized course? So all our courses at International English Guru, be it our fast track course or our sure shot course or guarantee course, they are all customized. Customized means there is not a set syllabus for everyone. So not everybody is going to get the same syllabus. It's not one shoe fit all kind of a scheme. Here, every student is looked at as an individual with his own unique learning capacities, as well as background, as well as the present situation in life. So we understand a student's need, we then find out where that student needs improvement, and we cover in the areas which need to be improved. So rather than worrying about everything, because see, it's just an English test, we try to just look at the areas where a student needs improvement. So, okay, to give you a good example, 𝗬𝗫 scored 90. How do you think was that possible in only 2 weeks? We did not teach her everything. So we made her sit the test, and we saw that she is missing out a bit in her writing, she is missing out a bit in her reading, a little bit in her listening, and that was it. So we didn't touch her speaking at all, because it was perfect. So we just covered in 2-3 areas here, 2-3 areas here, and a couple of areas here, and that was it. And because we figured out the problem so perfectly, we could make her reach there in only 10 days. So this is customized course where we are not teaching you everything, but we are teaching you what you need to learn. And that's why we are able to deliver fastest results. So a lot of students ask us this question, and it's quite of a job to answer everybody. So I thought I'll cover that here. But thanks for your patience with it. With practice material, you're going to get some new practice material as well. So there'll be new paid tests now. So you know how till now you've got a set of 4 ABCD paid tests, and I really like those tests because they are the most genuine, the most authentic place to sit a mock test, and nothing comes equal to it. AP Uni and this and that, nothing comes equal to it. So if you really want to know where are you, you must go to the Pearson Paid Test at $45 each. Why? Because nothing can come equal to the complicacy as well as the sophistication to which Pearsons have built their test and their testing platform, both. The second thing which is going to come up, all right, I think this one is going to come from 27th of October. So it wouldn't be available on 16th of November, but from 27th of October. So there'll be some wait. Now, question bank, a lot of new questions would be introduced for free for students to practice by Pearsons. So again, I like to trust anything which comes direct from Pearson. So we'll have a lot of questions here. There's also a promise of some free courses, which would be interesting to look at, and a course book. So Pearsons looks like, it's working on it, and that's really good. Now, the next thing that's coming up is at-home English test, which means it is a promise that if you're sitting at a remote place or you're not physically well, you can always have an option to sit your entire test at home. But it is not accepted by any university or by the immigration. So I don't know. I really don't know. Probably they are planning for the future. In future, it might be a huge success, but on date, I don't think anyone's going to trust it or anyone's going to use it. So we won't waste any time on it. Please ignore it, right? So they're planning for the future and they're coming up with it. But at this moment, no use. Now, here are some must-ask questions. So you must know these things. Why did they do it? Well, Pearson was running, PT test was running well. Lots of students were getting their scores, their permanent residency, and they were happy with it. Why did Pearson come about and change everything? There are 4 major theories which are running around it. The first theory is that Pearson test, the PTE test, is soon going to be accepted for Canadian permanent residency. So universities are accepting it, many universities are accepting it, but one cannot become a permanent resident of Canada by doing this test. But soon taking this test would enable them to straight get permanent residency. So that's express visa or whatever. And the current centers of Pearson are not enough to accommodate the increased number of students which might come because of this change. So it is a huge possibility that all the people who are with IELTS at the moment, they'll switch over to PTE, and that will cause a crash on their system. So what the idea here is that they would reduce the time of the exam so that the existing centers can have more turnaround of students, right? You get it? So more students, and they are not having to introduce more centers in around this COVID time. So that's one of the viewpoints about it. The second idea which is working around this is that students are anyway not using all the 3 hours. So research and development was done on it, and they could see that most of the students are finishing the exam in 2.5 hours, and so it's a waste of another 30 minutes, which every student is making. So this is the second view. Now, third view is that there have been some complaints about PTE. And PTE right now, because it is on negotiation terms with various bodies and various governments to have it approved, they want to show themselves as genuine and as authentic and as reliable and trustworthy as IELTS. And if you can recall, there was something about the concordance report that, scores are going to change. You have to score more to come equal to IELTS 6 and IELTS 7 and IELTS 8. So that thing was at that point just put on the carpet, but still it was not sleeping. So it's come up again, but in another form. This is a way to make the test equal to IELTS. So now if you're able to score 6 in PTE, you'll be able to score 6 in IELTS as well. So that's another viewpoint. And one scary one, there's one scary one as well, and that is that the research and development team, when they manually looked into a lot of tests, they could see these formats being used, a lot of formats being used. And therefore, images, the same format being repeated over and over was a waste of time. So they actually have cut down on the questions where all these formats were used. So overall, this is all what has led to it. Now, is the test format going to change? So test format, you started with your speaking and then writing and then reading and listening. No, it's not going to change. The way the questions used to happen, they're happening the same way. So the test format as such, by the, as what the question's asking, is not going to change, right? So no worries. Will there be any new question types introduced? Not at all. Okay, it's exactly how you've known it. No new question type is included. But if you can recall from what I just showed you earlier, do you know that questions have been cut down, right? So the new ones have not been included, right? And the old ones have not been scraped, but the question numbers have reduced. Any old question types been scraped off? No. So every single question type which was there earlier in the test still exists. So even if it is the beep question, how students like to call it, it's still there. So everything's there as it was, just the number of questions which you get, let's say for images or for one-word answers or for summarized written text or spoken text, you were getting 4, now you'll get 2. If you're getting 3, now you're going to get 1. So, there's going to be a change like that. Will the marking criteria or scoring scale undergo a change? No. Okay. Marking criteria, scoring scale. No. Okay. I think the question's been a bit messed up. It should not be both the things together. Scoring scale is not going to undergo a change, but marking criteria naturally, it should. It doesn't make any sense how they're going to add up things to 90 by deleting so many questions, by removing so many questions. So definitely there has to be a change in the marking criteria, but scoring scale should not change or will not change. Will the PT test be any cheaper now? Okay, this was a very cheeky student who asked this question, that now, because we don't have to spend 3 hours in the test, we're spending only 2 hours, would they make it any cheaper? Very cute, and I know where the pinch goes, but unfortunately, there is nothing about the test getting cheaper. It just might get more expensive. So no. Will the new PT test be easy or tough? Okay, this is a very serious question, right? I think this is the most important question anyone can ask me. How's it going to be after 16, like from 16th of November? I really want to do justice to this question. This is a very serious question. So I'm going to look into every single thing with you in another detailed webinar, because right now I don't think I can give you an answer without convincing you with it. So I want to talk with facts and figures, right? And I will tell you exactly why I consider who it is going to be easy for and who it is going to be tough for, all right? So I think it's been decided that on Saturday 12 or 2, no, 2 p.m. On Saturday, 2 p.m., we are going to go live on either Facebook or Instagram or on YouTube, on any of the 3 platforms. So make sure you're following us and you join me live at that time. So it is on 11th of September, Saturday, 2 p.m. Right, so in Sydney time, so not New Zealand time, not India time, not Nepal time or Dubai time. So it's Sydney time. You work out your maths around it, right? But then yes, this is an extremely important question, and I'll help you understand how it's going to impact you if you're targeting 50 or 65 or 79, and what should be your strategy towards preparation if you are not able to sit the test before 16th of November. All right, so remember to join me on that. Now, next one, will it be difficult to analyze the scores without enabling skills? We can't really say, because they are promising another detailed feedback sheet with it, where we'll have feedback as well as recommendations. So I hope they are not going to do it that way. We will have enough to understand where you made a mistake. But then look, with International English Guru, what I love is we have highest first-time achievers. So anyone who comes to us straight, so it's difficult to teach someone who's already learned a lot of things which are not right, because, you know, if there is a clean board, you can write things on it, they happen fast. But then if there is already something, or rather a lot written on the board which is not right, and you have to rub it off, write new things on it, it's harder for the student and the teacher both. So I would say that this is something which does not worry us much at all, because we have students who clear the test in the very first shot, because we train them like that they don't have to come back disappointed. We just want them to be smiling, have a happy time photo, and, you know, just talk about the success, celebrate with us and leave. So that's the whole ideology. But if it is needed, I hope it's not going to be bad. This one I'm hopeful of. Are these changes only for Australia? Yes, only for Australia. So go and sit the test in New Zealand. No, just joking. These changes are going to happen across the board for every country, for every PT test taker, right? So no worries about that as well. So you're not being picked on. Will your previous scores be valid? 100%. So your previous scores, say you've already got 79 plus, and you have already submitted it to the university or for visa purposes, it is fine and valid, and no change to it. It's still acceptable, exactly as well as it was earlier. So nothing to worry here as well. Will the new skills be assessed in the shorter test? Okay, nothing new is introduced. So it's same, your analytical skills, your observation skills, your understanding skills, your fast reading skills, your interpretation skills, all the same skills, nothing new, right? So there's absolutely no new skill test, skill set which has been introduced, and you're all safe here. Will the score requirements change because of the upcoming changes in the test? Absolutely not. The score requirements are not going to change. So that is something which happened last time because of the concordance report, that you'll have to score 66 or you'll have to score 82 for it to mean 8. And 66 for it to mean 7. No, nothing like that is happening here, right? So it's all good. Whatever you were required to produce to your universities or to your immigration department, the same requirements stand as such, right? So all good. 79, yes, it's the same question, just coming another way. 79 is still 8, 65 is still 7, 50 is still 6. So it's absolutely the same, no change. Is the test going to be more difficult now? All right, yes. Like I said, this is a very, 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 very important question, right? And I have to do some maths on it as well, and I'm working on it at the moment. So I just need another day. So day after tomorrow, we would be live, and we would be discussing with facts and figures as to how this test is going to impact you for your target score of 50, 65, or 79, right? Remember to join me live. So this is on 11th of September, Saturday, 2 p.m. Sydney time. I think, will there be a break in the test? No, we covered that. There's no break. So you used to have 10 minutes break before your listening module. There wouldn't be that break any longer, but you don't need a break. Look, it's a 2-hour test. Please don't. You have to have the right mindset to do the test. And in 2 hours, if I have to get up for any reason, I would not like to, because that's going to change your entire environment. You know, if you're going to go to the washroom or drink water or anything, no, it's a shorter test. Please stick to it. Even like in emergency cases, they would allow you have to just make a request and stuff, but please don't even think about it. 2 hours, you must aim to start the test and finish the test with full concentration, right? What about the Pearson Paid Tests? Any point taking them? 100%, 100%, 100%. These tests, like I said earlier, are the most trustable tests you can take to assess your present preparation level. So 100% trust these tests. They are for $45 each, and they are on Pearson Paid Pearson website. Very useful, and they'd still tell you where you are. But after 16th of November, would there be any point taking them? I would still take them, to be honest. If I have to really know where any of my students is, or where he's lacking, or if I'd like to really know deep, which somehow I'm not able to make out, I'd really trust this one more than anything else. So I'm still for these. Will old scores be accepted? Yes, 100%. Your old scores are accepted by universities, immigration, everything. So nothing to worry. Your old scores, whatever you have achieved is yours, right? If their system's changing, that's for the students who have to take the test now or have to take it in future. If you've already taken it, you've already worked hard, you've already achieved something, it's yours. All good with it. Other latest changes, oh, that's again good or bad for you. So just hold on for another day for this, and you will know. And you will know in \𝗏𝗏𝗀, right? And I know how important this question is. That's why students have sent it in different ways. So, you know, from last day and a half, the teachers have been flooded with questions from students, and I've just been sent all those questions compiled. But yes, I can see this is the question which worries the student, and why not look. If there is any change, if it is good or bad, is the best thing to ask. So I fully go with it. So again, reminding you, on 11th of September, Saturday, 2 p.m., we are going live. So join us there. Thanks for joining. It was wonderful to have spent time with you, and I hope it was helpful. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you all on the next live session, which is going to be on Saturday. Join us. And if you've got any questions, yes, we're happy to look at the questions. No questions, right? I've covered everything here. That's a compliment in a way. Anyway, if later on something comes to your mind, just pop down your doubt or anything you want to share. And yes, by that it comes to my mind, please do share the information with your friends, because a lot of them don't know about it. So give this help to others, share it. And if you want to tag your friends, please feel free to do that. Right, this is a useful information, and further it reaches. And definitely invite your friends for the live session as well. And I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you very much for joining me. Stay happy, work hard, and don't forget to enjoy your life meanwhile. Thank you.